Hello everyone. It's the largest island on Earth. It's covered in ice, home to just 56,000 people of officially part of the Kingdom of Denmark. But in 2026, it has become the center of a global standoff. So what is the reason that US President Donald Trump want to take on Greenland, and why they just want to capture us on Greenland? So today we'll understand here on this topic. So let's start the videos.
Of ice in the middle of the ocean where, if there is a war, much of the action will take place on that piece of ice. Think of it.
So there are these tensions at the moment, there's no doubt. Again, I'm not going to comment on that, but I can assure you the only way to deal with that.
But above all, Greenland is home to a free and sovereign people.
Say they're opposed to taking over Greenland using military action. 9 in 10 voters.
President Trump about Greenland.
So US presidents, why they just want to take here? In not only this, because Donald Trump want to take on the Greenland area, because this is not newly happening. And this is the US tried to buy Greenland in 1867 and again in 1946 also. There is two times already attempt to buy on Greenland, the US President Donald Trump, but they didn't success. So he views it as a strategic real estate deal that will expand US territory for the first time since Hawaii and Alaska become states. So the resources war is happening here on the Greenland area. Why? I will tell you here. So Donald Trump want to take on Greenland because in geopolitics right now this is happening, and in the satellite views of map also shows that Greenland is becoming, the ice is also melting day by day. Because of why? Because of the like the environment changes on Earth, and that's why the Greenland is also melting day by day. And yeah, because that's why. And not only this one, the main reason exactly here is the resources war, because Donald Trump want to take everything, not only in Greenland. They are also attacking on the Venezuela also, and they are also threatening to the people that they're trying to say is like, if you're not giving this, then this will happen, I will attack you on your country. This all they are saying many things, not only here, and even the Ukraine also. They're trying to talk like hardly many things else. Let's understand here about the history of Greenland. So how they forms the Greenland. First of all, we will just need to go back on the history. There is ice cover, about like 80% is ice cover on the Greenland. And how did they got the name Greenland? Let's understand here. So in 982 AD, a Viking named Erik the Red was kicked out of island for murder and named it Greenland, just to trick people to like moving there. It's worked. Thousands of Vikings settled in the south, farming and building churches for 400 years. So there the peoples are living like 400 years already completed. Because of why? Because the one name that is Erik the Red was kicked out from the island. Because of why? Because of the murder cases, and they are trying to manipulate for peoples. They just name it, they found the island and they just name it like Greenland, but exactly not green area. There is all ice, and they are just trying to trick for the peoples so that peoples can come and settle on the Greenland area here. So this plan is successful, and peoples are coming, move, and they're living the house, and almost there is 400 years they are living. But eventually there is a little ice is are coming on that times, and eventually the situations is worse on that times. And yeah, so the disappearing happened. By the 1450, the Viking just vanished. A little ice is made the climate brutal. While the Vikings struggle, the Thule people are coming on that time, when the Venice are trying to struggles on that times, and the Thule peoples, the ancestor of modern Greenland, so now we call it that is Greenlander, arrived from the west. They all are arrived from the west, and they have everything else about like tools, how to survive on the ice and everything else they have. So that's why they are coming on that times, and the kayaks and the better tools, and they have thrived while the Viking colonized collapse on that time. So here the modern battles, let's understand here. So in 1721, Denmark claims the island. It went from a closed colony to a self-governing nation in 2009. Today, Greenland is a geopolitical gold mine. It sits on massive reserves of oil and rare minerals, which is why world leaders are still trying to buy it today. That is the main reason. So first of all, they both the west and the north peoples are trying to take this like anything else, but eventually the west people are captured on the Thule people is already captured on that area, and still now also they'll exist. So this is the main story. I mean little story, and let's understand here the main topic here that will expand US territory for the first time since Hawaii and Alaska become state, but which is look like just ice on the surface. Underneath is a gold mine literacy. So this is the happening because the Russia also trying to buy the coastal land of the Greenland area, and also China also just trying to buy airports on Greenland, because this is the main problem for US. If they buy, if the both countries are buy on that, then they can control, and after that the military base, the nuclear weapons can attack easily for the US about this whole problem. So that's why Donald Trump also want to like take over on the Greenland, and that's why. So especially the Greenland area is almost 57,000 people populations are living there, but exactly the control is by the Denmark. That's why they fund everything else, but they have almost freedoms on that area, like in independent. And so here is the resources war. That means resources reason number 2. So security as the Arctic ice melt, new shipping roads are opening up. So these are the highways of the future, and Greenland is the toll booth. So that's mean that means the Greenland is almost melting the ice of near the Greenland, and they have the future road for transportations, but like goods and everything else on that roads. That's why they just want needs of this Greenland. So Russia is already building military base across in Arctic coast, like China also called itself near Arctic states, and has tried to buy airport in Greenland. For Trump, the logic is simple. If the US does not own it, China or Russia eventually will push Greenland host the pitiful fixed space base. So the eyes and ears of the US missile defense system rising up to 25% tariff on this whole country. Because of why? Because this situation is happening. This is the main reason that Denmark people are also don't want about other controls, because they just want independently. That's the main reason here. So is this a visionary move to secure American futures in the 21st centuries, or a diplomatic disaster that will shatter NATO? So on one thing is certain, that the battle for the top of the world is just getting started. So what do you think? Should the US be able to buy a country, or this is imperialism in a modern age? Let me know in the comment, guys. So this is happening because of why? Because of the resources of the Greenlands and the military base, the control over the Russia, China. That's why the US just want to control on the Greenland. So that's why they are just trying and aggressively want to take on this land, Greenland area, Greenland countries. I hope you all understand. If you didn't understand, then you can comment down below. So I will try more. If I make something mistake, then you can correct me. This is my first or second videos with English language. So you can comment down below. Thank you, and thank you.